Hey guys, watch your steps here.
You gonna say that after we trip?
Watch your steps here.
Now you tell me.
That's very important. It's a logical site in a permit. We can be. Yeah.
BJ, say hi.
Oh, what's up? Facebook, yeah.
Okay guys, please watch your steps here.
Yep.
Yeah, I need both of y'all. I've been boarding those bad boys for a long time. No better time.
Should have one photo. Miranda. Bob. Wait a second.
Rise and shine. Discoveries all over the pyramids. We had many movies in National Geographic. First movie is called The Lost Tomb of the Pyramids, The Lost Treasures of the Pyramid. It's about our major discoveries. behind the third pyramid of the king Menkaura. I said Menkaura, not Mycarinos. Mycarinos is a Greek name. I do like Greek names. His ancient name is Menkaura. So behind the pyramid of Menkaura, the third pyramid, we had the quarry, the place where we get the blocks. So the quarry was completely covered with sands, about 7 meters high of sands, 21 feet. So I went to our minister office, the Minister of Tourism and Antiquities, asking him money for excavation. He said, Ashraf, are you going to clean 7 meters high of sands? Nothing will be there. So it's a waste of time and the money. But I trust my feelings. I do believe there is something waiting for me over there. So I did convince him, and I got from him 100,000 Egyptian pounds. And we start to dig in the site for 6 months for nothing. Everybody gets disappointed. I told my workers, keep digging, keep moving more sands, because I do believe there is something there. One day, I finished the work in the site. I went back to my office in the other side of the Great Pyramid. So the chief of the workers, he came to my office and he said, Doctor, we found something in the site, you have to come back again. So I get my pickup truck, I went to the site, I looked at the ground, oh my gosh, it's a hole. So we moved the sands, we found the stairs. We moved more sands, we found a passage. We moved more sands, we found an offering chamber. And guess what? Inside the chamber, we found 2 false doors. One of the doors was inscribed with hieroglyphics. I can read and translate in hieroglyphics, it's my job. So we found the name of the owner of the tomb. She was a lady. Her name is Shepsiskawu. She was the high priestess of the goddess Hathor. And the second false door wasn't inscribed, but I guessed maybe it was for the husband. But because the lady was more important than her husband, she got an inscribed false door, and her husband got nothing. Fair enough. So as archaeologists, when we found false doors, either we dig in front of the false doors or we dig behind the false doors to go down to the burial chamber. So we decided to dig behind the false door for the lady. We found a deep shaft. It's about 10 meters deep. Was cut a rock in a vertical way. So we cleaned all the sands. We went down. We found a burial chamber. Also was cut a rock. The door was sealed with some blocks. I'm a big guy. I sent one of my assistants, a little guy. I told him, go down and have a look and tell me what's there. So that guy, he went down, he moved 1 or 2 blocks and said, maybe there is something. I said, what? Put your head inside. I said, what's there? We get more excited. We want to know what's there. So that guy, he moved more blocks. He went inside. He said, you have to come down. There is something there. I got with a ladder and I went down. We moved all the blocks. We went inside the burial chamber. Guess what? We found a skeleton. Oh my gosh, a skeleton for who? So what we did, we used DNA to date back the skeleton. It dates back for 4,500 years. That's it? No. We looked between the bones of the skeleton. We found a seal inscribed by the name of the high priestess, Shepsiskawu. What a great discovery to find a tomb for a lady, for the high priestess. Shepsiskawu dates back for 4,500 years. That's it? No. We start to dig behind the second false door. Remember, for the poor husband. So we found a deep shaft. It's about 7 meters deep, almost 21 feet. At the bottom, we found a burial chamber. And inside the burial chamber, we found another skeleton. So we used DNA to dig back the skeleton. It dates back for 4,500 years, and it was for male, not for female. This ensuring my theory. It was a family tomb for the high priestess and her husband. This in a movie, it's called The Lost Treasures of Egypt. A year ago. That's it? No. For the second time, I went to our minister's office. But this time I was insane because I was going to clean the sands about 20 meters high, 60 feet. You know, to the west of the Great Pyramid, behind this pyramid, we have what we call Western Cemetery. In the Western Cemetery, we have thousands of tombs. Many missions, Americans, French, Italian, Spanish, Japanese, they did excavations. They removed their sands and debris from their own site, put it above another site. I'm a smart archaeologist. I was thinking maybe they kept something for me beneath the depleted sands. The problem was it was about 20 meters high of sands. So I spent about 2 months trying to convince the minister to give me money for excavations. I told him, you tried me once, and I give you a discovery. I deserve another chance. After 2 months, I got from him 200,000 Egyptian pounds. And we start to excavations with 200 workers. We start to clean the sands for how many months? 8 months. For nothing. Yes. It's 20 meters high of sands. I told the workers, keep digging, keep moving more sands. I trust my feelings because I do believe there is something over there. So one day, I was working between the workers. I like to work with my hands. I was a white man, and I'm a black. Look in the sun. So we moved the sands. We found a mud brick tomb. Oh my God, there's something coming up. I told the workers, keep digging, keep moving more sands. We moved the sands. We found a mud brick tomb. As archaeologists, when we found a mud brick tomb, it's a ball burial. Nothing will be there. But I told the workers, my assistant, don't judge until we go inside to see what would be there. So we found the door was sealed from outside. We moved the blocks. We found a passage. And guess what? The walls of the passage were painted with the beautiful scenes and beautiful colors. I never saw something beautiful like this. So we moved the sands. We found a beautiful scene for a farmer. He's picking the fruits from a tree, and he put the fruits in a basket. This farmer, he got tired. He slept in the shade of the tree. One of the monkeys sneaking. He was stealing the basket of fruits. So I created a new term. I called it Book of Life. It's like a photo. You get it from life. It's well known that the monkey always stealing the fruits. Right?
Oh yeah.
We moved more sands. We found more scenes. We found another scene for a cow giving birth. One of the farmers is sitting between the legs of the cow, receiving her baby. It's another scene from a Book of Life. That's it. We moved more sands. We found another beautiful scene for a musician band. Musician band. Some guys is playing harp. Another guy is playing flute. Some girls are dancing. Some guys clapping for the dancers. It's another scene from a Book of Life. We keep moving more sands. We found a beautiful scene for a lady sitting on offering table. And on the table, guess what? The baguette. The French bread. Can you believe it? We were, before the French meal by 4,500 years, we had the baguette before that. In front of the Great Pyramid, in 2018, I was guiding Brigitte Macron, the wife of the French president, and I told her, if you are so proud that you have in France wine dates back for a few hundred years, in Saqqara we found wine dates back for 4,700 years. If you are so proud that you have cheese in France dates back for a few hundred years, in Saqqara we found cheese dates back for 4,500 years. If you are so proud that you have the baguette dates back for a few hundred years, in Giza and Saqqara we found baguette dates back for 4,700 years. If you can build a pyramid, you can have wine, cheese, baguette before the French people. That part. So we keep digging, moving more sands. We found a beautiful scene for a lady standing, and beneath her feet we found her name. She was called Hatibet. She was another high priestess of the goddess Hathor. And this scene, we're going to move it, and it will be displayed in the new Grand Museum. One of my babies will be displayed in the new Grand Museum, because each discovery for me, it's like a baby. So this, another discovery for another high priestess. Her name is Hatibet, in the west side of the Great Pyramid. That's it?
No.
Oh. No.
Come on now.
For the third time, for the third time, we went to our minister office. But this time I was totally crazy. You know why? Because I was going to clean a mountain. It's about 60 meters high sand over there. The mountain on the other side of the Sphinx, over there, in the desert. It's about 60 meters high sand, 180 feet. So I spent about 6 months tried to convince the minister to give me money for the third time. I told him, I give you 2 discoveries. I deserve a third chance. So after 6 months, I got from him 400,000 Egyptian pounds. And we started to do excavations with 400 workers. And we started to clean the mountain from the top. So for how long?
10 months.
10 months.
24 months.
24 months.
8.
8 months.
A year.
A year.
5 months.
5 months. Ah,
You're still doing it.
for a week.
Oh.
Just 1 week. I was so lucky. Only 1 week of work.
Yeah.
We found unfinished cut rock too. A tomb was cut in rock. But guess what? The door was sealed from outside. When we found a sealed door, it means it's intact. Robbers do not touch it. I was extremely happy. Just a week before. We opened the door, we went inside. We found a burial chamber was cut in rock. And inside the chamber we found 6 beautiful wooden coffins. Painted with the beautiful colors. And we did open 5 coffins. We found inside those coffins 5 mummies. I kept the 6th coffin because I feel there's something special inside this coffin. As I said before, I'm a smart archaeologist. Every time I was going to beg the minister to give me money for excavations, I was thinking, what if we had National Geographic as a sponsor? He can make a movie and give us money for excavations.
Okay.
So we had a deal and get a contract for 60,000 American dollars to open the coffin in a live show and to make a movie about this. So we did sign the contract. The question was, if there's nothing inside the coffin, what's gonna happen to me? I will be in a coffin. So I did something tricky, to be honest with you. I did open the coffin to have a look first before the show. So we lifted the cover and I looked inside. Oh my gosh, it's a beautiful mummy covered with sheets of gold, golden amulets. So we put the cover back. We did invite all the press, media, and National Geographic guys. We were shooting, opening the coffin in the live show. We opened the coffin. I was shocked. What is this? It's a beautiful mummy. It's beautiful. Sometimes I'm a good actor.
That's right. Do what you gotta do.
I want to save money for excavations. You know, it's not easy to get money for excavations.
Right.
So we have to do it. You have to use your mind to do something like this. So we opened the coffin. Everyone was happy. I was happy with the money for excavations. It can be enough for 5 years. Everybody was happy. National Geographic guys, I asked them, are you happy with this great live show? They said yes, but it's still not enough for a big movie. We give you 60,000 dollars. We can give you 20, get 40 back. I said, no, come on. It's just a week of work. Wait until we continue the work. Maybe there's something coming out. I told the workers, keep digging more, keep moving more sands. For another month, we found remains of limestone tomb. What I mean by remains, some blocks, some false doors, inscribed with hieroglyphics. And I was reading the names of the owner of the tomb on the false doors. The first one, his name is Behenwi. His son was Ka, and he was the architect who was doing restoration for the complex of the King Khufu, and the complex of the pyramid of the King Khafra, and the complex of the King Menkaura. I was reading like this, trying to read the hieroglyphics in the wall. I feel there is something moving beneath my hand. A block is moving. I move the block, it's another moving block. I move the second block, it's the third moving blocks. Many blocks are moving. We moved all the blocks, we found something amazing. We found a small chamber covered with sands. I told the workers, hurry up, keep moving, cleaning the sands. We cleaned the sands, guess what? We found beautiful, painted limestone statue. But there's something broke my heart. The head was missing. So I told my assistant, the workers, nobody's going to his house today until we look in the sands to find the head. We spent about 5 hours looking at each grain of sands. At the end of the day, we found the head. And we did restore the head back. And the statue will be displayed in the new Grand Museum. It's about 60 centimeter statue, painted limestone statue for the architect and for his wife and his son. So I asked the National Geographic guys, are you happy with this discovery? They said yes, but still not enough for a big movie. So I told them, wait. I told the workers, keep digging, keep moving more sands. We found a shaft about 4 meters deep. At the bottom, we found a burial chamber. Inside the burial chamber, we found a wooden coffin. I asked them, guys, are you happy? They said, no. We keep digging more. We found another shaft. It's about 8 meters. At the bottom, we found 2 wooden coffins. I asked them. They said, no. We keep digging more. We found another shaft about 10 meters deep. At the bottom, we found 4 wooden coffins. I asked them. They said, still not enough. I told them, come on, I'm an archaeologist, not a magician. So we get a meeting at the site, and we decided to move the work for 200 meters south. And we moved the work with the workers, and we start to dig. We found a deep shaft. It's about 15 meters deep. At the bottom, we found a huge burial chamber. It's about 9 by 9 meters square, covered with sands. We spent about a month to clean the chamber because I got so happy. We needed something there. So we cleaned the chamber. Guess what? Nothing. But the back wall of the chamber was broken, and there's a hole. So we cleaned the hole. We found another burial chamber full of sands. We cleaned the sands for another month. Guess what? Nothing. But the back wall was broken, and there's a hole. So we cleaned the hole. We found a third burial chamber, and there was a door, and the door was sealed. What do you think? Yes. So we moved the blocks. We found a huge burial chamber, and guess what? We found 1,000 skeletons.
What?
1,000 skeletons inside the burial chamber. One of the skeletons, it's my favorite. It was for a child. It's about 6 years old. And beside the skeleton, we found a wooden mask to put on the face of the child. 1,000 skeletons. Why? We have this big amount of the skeletons buried together. Because this dates back for the 26th dynasty, the Sayyiid period. In this time, they were taking care of their ancestors' burials. So they were collecting all the burials from different places to be buried in a safe place far away from robbers. This is why we have the big number of the skeletons. So I asked the National guys, are you happy with the discovery? He said, yes, but still not enough. So I told them, wait, it's just 3 months of work only. Our study should be at least 6 or 8 months. So I told the workers, keep digging more, keep moving more sands. So we moved the sands, we found a deep shaft. It's about 22 meters deep. At the bottom, we found a tunnel. It's about 200 meters long. We cleaned all the tunnel, all the sands. We found another tunnel. It's about 300 meters long. We cleaned all the sands. We found a third tunnel. It was a maze, a labyrinth, about 1,200 meters of tunnels. When you found a maze or a labyrinth, it means there's something be hidden away. So I told the workers, hurry up, keep moving all the sands. We moved all the sands. We found a burial chamber. It's about 10 by 10 meters square. The door was sealed, as usual. We opened the door, lots of sands. The chamber was completely covered with sands. We cleaned all the sands for 2 months. Guess what? Nothing. Nothing inside the chamber. I never give up. I told the workers, everybody have to get a brush, and we have to clean the floor, the ground of the chamber. So we cleaned the ground of the chamber exactly in the middle. We found a hidden shaft. It's about 1 meter by 1 meter square. So we cleaned the shaft. It went down for 6 meters deep. At the bottom, we found another chamber, another hidden chamber, and the door was sealed from outside. We opened the door. We went inside. I saw something shining in the darkness. Something gold is coming out. So we went inside. We found a wooden coffin. And inside the coffin, we found a beautiful mummy covered with sheets of gold and was painted with beautiful colors. And beside the wooden coffin from outside, we found a golden cover of the nails. It is before the golden cover of the nails of the king Tutankhamun by 1,500 years. This it dates back for all the kingdom. What a great discovery to find this tomb for a high priest. His name is Behenwi, and it dates back for 4,500 years. Okay? And I asked the National Geographic guys, are you happy with this discovery? They said, yes. And we had the movie, The Lost Tomb of the Pyramids, finally. Yes. That's it.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
You think I'm done?
That's a lot.
You think I'm done? No. Come on, don't break my heart. I'm looking for 25 years. Just you give me 5 minutes. So, in 2017, I was guiding American First Lady, Melania Trump, in front of the Great Pyramid. And she asked me a question, who were the builders of the pyramids?
Yeah, who?
Aliens? Atlantis people? People from outer space?
Yes.
Yes? Aliens. I agree with you. You know why? I told her, in 1990 we had a great discovery. American tourists were riding a horse in the desert over there, behind the Sphinx. And the leg of the horse fall down in a hole. So what we did excavations, we just moved the sands, we found the workers' tombs, the builders of the pyramid tombs. How we could know? Those tombs for the builders. We found their names and their titles. We did discover the first tomb, it was for the chief of the workers. He was married 2 wives and he got 18 kids. Busy guy. 2 wives and 18 kids for the chief of the workers.
Sound like Mr. Curry.
And between the workers' tombs, we found a tomb for a doctor. Oh my gosh, a doctor. Some people say building a pyramid by slaves. So if we had slaves, why? We need a doctor to treat them. You can't throw them away and they bring more and more. You know, slaves, but they weren't slaves. They were workers and we give them salaries. But we do not have money in this early times. So what kind of salary? We give them beer, bread, and salted fish as a salary. Beer, bread, and salted fish as a salary. And guess what? And this doctor, he did a brain surgery. Oh my gosh, 4,600 years. We had a brain surgery? Yes, how we could know? We found the skull of this worker and there's a hole in the skull. And the son of the workers completed his father's tomb and he mentioned that he lived after the surgery 3 years. I'm always saying in my lectures, if you can build a pyramid, you can do anything.
Absolutely.
Even the brain surgery. Even the brain surgery. That's it? No. We keep digging between the keep digging between the workers' tombs. We found a tomb for a guy, his name Nefersis. This guy, he was married 2 wives, plus a girlfriend. He was the head of the weavers for the workers. But how he could know? He was married 2 wives and he got a girlfriend. We found in his tomb 4 false doors. The first false door for the guy himself. The second false door for the first wife. The third false door for the second wife, second wife. Yes, I'm sorry. The fourth false door for the girlfriend. We found her name and her title. Listen to me. She was called Met-Ret. From Met-Ret, we had mistress. If you can build a pyramid, you can have a mistress.
Oh, man. Okay.
If you can build a pyramid, you can do anything. It was a pleasure for me to be with you for this few minutes of this lecture. Thank you. Don't ever forget my slogan. If you can build a pyramid, you can do anything. You can do anything. You can do anything.